Welcome! Okay, let's hope this works. Let's hope this works. I don't have enough viewers to figure out the sound check, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Logistical Nightmares, team versus team, back on action! Yes, it's race night. Missed last week. What a sad intervention that we missed Suzuka on round 3. But tonight, we are featuring round 4 GT4s with the Pool A guys, top of the notch. Well, to be fair, they are all spectacular races. So this evening, as indicated, we are back into the racing simulation. I am your host for the evening at Logistical Nightmares. I don't do this quite often, but I am doing this. Hey Paul, how's it? GT4's Snetterton. Not a track that most guys would run on ACC, which is kind of weird because there's a 50-50 pool of oaks out there that reckons that this is a good track. So, I don't know. I'm yet to see what I like about it, but I kind of guess that it is what it is. Some do, some don't. Thanks there for Louis. Thanks there, Paul. Sound is great, so epically good. Just give me a shout if it's too loud here or there. I hope it hasn't changed. Again, every so often when an update goes through or something changes, I have to tweak all the things, which is awfully annoying because you just cannot pre-test all of these things beforehand. So tonight, Pool A boys, yo, this is gonna be a race. Everyone's begging me for rain. Even the admin event boys were begging me for rain. I don't know, man. I want to see what it brings, where it doesn't bring. I did have a peek at the other server though, and when I checked in there, those boys were in severe flooding conditions. Now, having said that, Pool A has got epic races tonight. So teams at hand, and there's some of them that we haven't featured the whole season thus far. But champions elect are here. Team Pace Corn, which I think is one of those that's going to be out to watch. Alan R. Pace is here. Then DG Racing, Mr. Sim Racing, the Pink Demons, DMR Tradebreakers, Sarge McSnail, and then of course there's a couple of new guys that I saw popping in and here that are being a substitute driver for their team. So, if ever I thought that this is going to be interesting, tonight is the night. Looking at it from this angle, Skitty is the boy on charge. He is the boy to be watching out at this moment. Apparently he has the pace when it's dry conditions. No one is anywhere near his vicinity based on pace. That Merc is beautiful. Now if I look at the color scheme, and we all enter communities, we all love each other, we all work with each other, we all talk to one another. To be fair, that to me looks like RTA colors. I need someone to tell me otherwise, but that does look like RTA. Now if that is RTA color, I need to go find out where is the other Merc. Oh, yeah, having a look at that one, that is an RTA name, DKP, new boy on the block. I haven't seen this man race ACC at all, so this is going to be interesting to see. A phenomenal guy on track with the console communities, and he generally is quick on the draw, quick on pace in GT Sports, so could be an interesting factor. Skitty setting up the pace for the 158. Popcorn and his Audi. And again, he didn't have his teammate the last time I streamed. Now his teammate is the good old famous Alan R. Pace. Shout out to them. Pace Boys on track, or aka Team Pace Corn, as what they want to be known as. Good to see him on track. He missed a race. I didn't have him in the stream the last time. Last week I missed a race. This week we have him. We're both together, so this is going to be good fun. close proximity. Pace Gran hitting a, ooh, that looks like a sub 2-minute race pace. Then we have the two Ballistic and Dave seem to do quite well, but Fireblade is back in action with his Janetta. So Robin, Domin and Fireblade being teammates, team partners in this event, doing fantastically well, I suppose. Robin's been up in the podium positions quite a few times, so he's a man out to watch. Another man out, in my humble opinion, will be Dave. Now, Dave has been in and around there, been very kind to others. Only man to feature with his Chevy, and his teammate is Ballistic. Also running a Chevy. Haven't seen this oak in a while. Fantastic to see him in ACC. Phenomenal driver in who, I can't even remember what the other event was, but the other community. For streaming, I hope so. So, let's see where we are today. 15 minutes of qualifying. This is what the boys have got to do at this moment. So, 8 minutes time left. Skitty smashing times over there. Eleanor Pace not far from him. Does look like he is on a whopper of a lap. Taking the hairpin, going very wide out of the exit of that corner. Running down the straight. Ooh, sharp left. Dodgy one, that one. And then you got a quick, slow right-hander over here. And again, not my favorite track, this. But I think it's epically fun in the GT4. This one you got to time perfectly because you got a long straight all the way up to the bridge where you need to time your braking point to the T. Because what follows thereafter is the most unusual S's that I've ever had in my life. And then, of course, you have this strange right-hander and then a... Oh no, I'm just using all the strange and unusual words by far. I actually need to figure out... Let me see if I can Google this up because I don't have the corner names of Snetterton at all. It's got to be pretty, so I've got to learn this as I walk around it. So this is coming down the straight, so this is corner one, Riches is what they're calling them, all the way down onto Montreal, followed by Palmer. Now this is going to be interesting. Track lessons 101, boys. Let's learn all the tracks. Still, second is Eleanor Pace. Skitty one does seem to be dominating the track with the Audi, and then of course the Merc leading the pack by far. I need to go and check out where everyone else is. DKP sits at the back. He hasn't put down a lap yet. He's got 6 minutes to do so. He probably is going to start at the back. Gap between the boys is quite big. Wouldn't have expected that on a track like that. Does seem like the Merc in where Skitty is gotta have a setup that he loves so much, because he is putting down the pace. He is being very hard chased down by the Audi. So the Audis looks like they are quick here, and that's a good thing. So the two Audi boys are close 2 and 3. Then split it up with a Janetta. DKP sets a time. He splits the Janetta with Dave, 1:59.03, so that's good for him. Then followed by the two Janettas. Now, realistically, they don't have a lot of quick end, top end speed. This is more of a top end speed track. Again, because we're doing TvT, the tradition on this side is the guys don't have the opportunity to choose their cars. We give it to them, so Besides the fact that we make it challenging by picking difficult tracks, we also give them cars that they don't know and have no clue about. But it's all about learning. You'll never know what you like until you actually try it. Ballistic, who is Eleanor Dave's partner, is about a second off the pace. And then we have Mulgary, aka the Snail, in his BMW. So he is a teammate with Sarge. Team name is Sarge McSnail, I believe. You guys on the stream can probably correct me. Yeah, Sarge McSnail. Gary goes off track. He leaves space for the quick race. Pace is clawing all the way back up to Skitty, so this is gonna be a tight one for the top contenders. Skitty 1 and Eleanor Pace are well known to drive very hard on race conditions. They know each other very well. I mean, this is not their first time on a track with each other, trying to compete for the better, for the victory, I suppose. I do somehow believe that mid-pack, they're from Popcorn, Dave, DE, Sarge, Robin, Ballistic. Those boys are definitely going to fight it hard in the first few laps, so I expect to see good battles on that end. And then Fireblade and Mulgary, well, they're not far off, but things can change. 3.5 minutes of left from a qualifying point of view. Looking at what these boys can do, and as you can see, this track is so long. It's got phenomenal straight lines, and it's made for cars with top-end straight line speed. I do feel sorry for the boys in the Janettas, because it's definitely not going to be in their favor. From experience, I have learned that the Janetta is not a top-end car, but phenomenally fantastic on brakes and corners and things like that. Man, how that car can corner and how that car can brake is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. But with a bit of rain, with a bit of luck, if it does happen, that will bring it into contention. So don't dismiss the situation at this time. Everyone is hoping for rain. Some is not, because again, no rain at hand is going to make these Mercs, Audis and Chevys move and be phenomenally quick, whereas the Janettas are probably going to fall away within the first few laps. BMWs, however, are quick. Some have said that these ones sound brilliant. I've gotta give you the sound etiquette of that BMW. I just don't know why boys don't like GT4 racing. That is epic. Strange BMW. Just doesn't like the low end gear, but a good car. It has top end speed. Sarge doing well. He's top 6 at this moment. So as it stands, where do we sit? Two boys in the pits. Dave's in the pit. Mulgary seems to have given up his adventure to try anything on to better his lap. Nonetheless, Skitty still out there. Pace still out there, DE still out there, and DE has improved a lot. He's now back up to 3rd place again. Not a slow guy by any means. We know he has pace. We've seen him in action. Top sense. Let me guess. Hey Panda. Hey Gara. I don't know who else is on here. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Let's see. If I have to pick a winner off the bat, I really don't know. In all fairness, Skitty 1 is phenomenally quick. He has been dominating most of the series in ACC, so all the console boys knows that he is quick. Alan, our pace is as quick, if not even quicker than Skitty. So between those two, I don't know. Um, Tough one to pick. Tough one. I think it's all got to do with the start, the pace, where their strategies are going to fall in, who's going to do what. We do have a 75-minute race here. So I don't know. I'm in between the two top boys qualifying in first and second. I'm not gonna write off Mr. RTA DEP because I know from console, from GT Sport, he has pace. Um, guys on the stream, you also sound tired and slow. Old and slow, that's just terrible. I feel insulted. Absolutely insulted. I am a bit tired. That is a yawn onto it. Yes, tiredness has gotten to me. These last few weeks is a bit hectic. Skitty one closing it off. He definitely has pole position. Can Popcorn improve on his time? Two boys out on the track, Popcorn and Fireblade. Oh, that's very wide. I'm fairly sure that is a invalid track. Janetta over here. Can Fireblade improve on his time? Last few corners. Awkward right-hander followed by a double whammy. Awkward. Yeah, time to watch these oaks go crazy. I only have 10 in the server. We need to see what we can do to improve on this, man. I'd love to see like 20 oaks on one server. Okay, Popcorn didn't improve on his time. That we know. Did Fireblade? Ooh, Fireblade did. Well done. Out qualified his teammate Robin. Not bad at all. I'm gonna go and look at that. Click it to drive. Wait for the time to settle up. It's just a bit going. Okay, so timetable points. Pre-practice, pretty much all over the show. Qualifying standpoints, where do we sit? So these boys pulled it out of the bag. Skitty one bringing it out with a 157.5. Very closely behind him, Pace, who is seemingly slightly slower than what Skitty is in Sector 1, dominating Sector 2 and 3 by far. So that is a close contention. DEP in third, Popcorn ZA in fourth. Then we have Dave, followed by Sarge, Fireblade, Robin Dobbin, Ballistic, and then Mulgary. So in fairness, these boys have a bit of time, need to figure it out. Oof, sun is smashing it. Kinda interesting though. So we have no rain predicted for the next few times. All I see is sunshine and sunshine and sunshine. Makes me wonder. I don't think Paul's gonna be the favorite after this. That's if it's not raining at all. I do wonder what's happening in the other server. But that would be keen. Keen to figure out. Keen to figure out. I gotta just check out. Streams are on, chats are on. That's a little bit interesting. Still gonna do a couple of tweaks, gents, and it's not because you want everyone's things to be noted on the chat channel. So YouTube chat happening, taking it a bit away so you guys can see. Sorry, I just realized all your chatterbox chat is on the stream, so apologies for that one. One can only learn. So, how it goes. Dave for podium. Will he? Will he not? Will he? Will he not? I think Dave is too kind. Just seem to be not that aggressive. What? I'm hoping this is gonna get lots interesting. So let's look at the cars. Can I? Yes, I can. RTA DKP sitting on third. Popcorn. Dave and his Chevy. Sarge and his BMW. Blue with the Fanatec all over. Fireblade and his Janetta over there. And next to him is his teammate with Author Janetta Ballistic sitting at the back. The Mulgari with a different type of BMW. But teams are teams. So what do we have? 2 Mercs, 2 Audis, 2 Chevys, 2 BMWs, and 2 Janettas. Dave for podium. Well, Dave, you seem to be the man tonight. Everyone kind of likes what they want. I gotta go click drive. Sorry, I'm clicking through things. Didn't want to do, and now it's too much flicking. Okay, view, there we go. Sorry, that was too much. See what happens when you don't stream that often. All you do is flick, 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 flick. PlayStation makes my life difficult. Alright, so Heli cam view, boys. This is the out lap, or lap out, or tire warm-up lap. This, I'm very cautious into figuring out. So, I missed quite a bit, it seems, on the last race. I'm being well informed by the boys on the stream, talking to me. And again, thanks, guys. I really do like the information you boys are sharing. Because it kind of helps me interact with you and understand what you see, plus what you know. So, I don't feel all alone on this end. The guy says, Eleanor Dave won the last race. Now, how epic is that? Dave won the previous race. So if Dave won the previous race, we can probably have Dave on the podium again. These boys are still going around the track, warming up their tires, making sure they've got enough heat in that tire so that they can kick it off. Again, GT4s, upon start, upon anything, there is no heat pads on them. Those tires are cold. You gotta make a valiant amount of effort with the one lap that you have to try and heat it up as best possible. You can see the boys running it hard, braking hard, swerving from side to side, making sure that they can get as much heat as possible. Formation lap. Okay, formation lap. I feel like I'm being taught here. Like, this is going back to school. Clearly, I haven't raced enough. So while I'm at it, these boys doing their formation laps. This is me going out saying 2 things thanks to all our sponsors. So, aka Twin Cam, Twins Motorsport, we have Sky Coffee Co, and then Steakhouse Red. Of course, I'll also give a big shout out and big thanks to our LNR Patreons, who does help us from a financial point to make everything possible for us to stream, get servers, get it open, get it running. Always good to have that support. And again, we do firmly believe in the Pay It Forward initiative, so big ups and big thanks for that. What we can do to provide kindness to everyone, that's just kind of what it is. Hippie reckons the McLaren in the GT4 is very nice. I haven't really driven it. I am opting to do that on my next GT race. So I'm a big fan of GT4. So let the guys line up. This is probably the last second. All we're waiting for is the green light to go, 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 go. 10 cars ready. Smashing it out. That is it. Race is on. Down the track. Here we go. Skitty taking the inside line, covering it up perfectly, followed by Pace not far beyond him. Oh, it does look like DGP lost the position out there to Popcorn. Popcorn being the braver man out of the two. So one position down for Tiki. He is not going to let that go as easy. Looking closely to Skitty. Tail end of that is Pace. Now this, in my opinion, is going to be a race to watch. I don't know about you boys, but I will be switching in between this stream and Eleanor Pace's stream just to see where the action is, figure out what these guys do strategic wise. Pace going a bit wild there. Plenty of confidence here by Skitty, known to take pressure. Already those two individuals have created a 2-second gap to the guys behind him. So Popcorn playing the team role here, trying to keep everyone adrift from his teammate Pace so that Pace can probably go out here. I don't know, is this a Red Bull Vettel in scenario? Is Bottas playing a role? Mercedes versus Audi. Let's go. Audi is Red Bull. Oh, can't believe I'm using Formula 1 as an example. Nonetheless, does look like it, right? Skitty went a bit wide there, coming out of the last corner. He has created a slight gap onto the Audi. Pace-wise, it seems like the Audi is much slower than what the Merc is, so all depends on what happens at the back, which to me looks like another epic race. I gotta get there, I gotta get there. 3 boys here fighting for the podium here. Popcorn not gonna give it away. Took it from the race start. Grabbed the inside line. Stuck it for Tiki. Kept Tiki behind him. Now he's trying to pull the gap, knowingly knowing that Eleanor Dave is right on the tail end of Tiki. Coming out of the hairpin. Short straight, followed by a left, and then a hard right hand. All about timing your turn here. If you do it wrong, you lose lots of pace and momentum. These boys are definitely keeping it clean. What did I say, dude? What did I say? Top 2 boys are going to run away with it. They are going to battle most of the race. They've already created a 4-second gap to these individuals. 4 seconds. Popcorn going defensive. Tiki looking inside. Dave looking on the inside. Everyone's peeking. All I see is headlights. What? Tiki knows he's got to make a plan. He feels he's got the pace tonight. But this might be tricky. Can that Merc outrun this Audi down the straight? Hey, Mr. Stratum, welcome to the stream. That Audi's got legs, way more legs than what that Merc has. Not far from that Merc is a Chevy. Not far from that Chevy is a BM. 4 guys fighting for podium. Dave going deep. Very, very deep. He is going to lose that position. No, he's not. Recovered it well. Happy days. Outbraked himself. Misjudged it by the corner. Again, giving room to Popcorn, making a bit of a break. Base and Skitty still close to one another. However, these boys are making it a serious race. Mr. Mutwawa, the man who's not racing tonight, he's got his sub there, rooting for his sub, Mr. Tiki, heading on the inside line. This is a good opportunity. He can do it. Sticking it there, holding the line, running the Audi wide, down the straight. Who's got the legs? Dave making his oh, I don't know what to say, man. These boys are racing. That's why I love GT4s. This is exactly why I love it. Look at that. 6 cars back to back, battling hard. They all want to pass. They all want to make that. I don't think it's going to be possible. Popcorn making all the right moves, covering all the line. He is so defensive that there is a train behind him. Look at the guys on the stream negotiating and discussing what way to spell the right way of Sean. Mine spelled right. He's my twin brother. He's the left side of me. We're watching a race. Diki going on the inside, looking on the outside. Can he make it stick now? Oh, going in quick. That's gonna cost him some time. That's gonna put Dave all over Tiki. Dave being very cautious. These guys not 100% sure when to put it in, when to stick it in. No one wants to be too opportunistic because again, we are at ACC. One bad judgment call can ruin your race, and that's the last thing you want here. Driving back to the pit with a broken car, needing repairs, and that's all just because of slight aggression. He wants it. Popcorn making that Audi as wide as he possibly can. From the looks of it, it really seems like that Audi has got straight line speed, built for straight line speed. That Merc doesn't have the pace to stick it up to him on any straight lines. Oh, what a race, boys. Oh, Tiki made a mistake. Dave capitalizing on it. Does this open the opportunity for Starch to try and take that position? Tiki furious at himself. What a position loss. Dave into 4th. Now he's got Tiki behind him. I promise you that is not a name that he wanted to see behind him at any given stage. Tiki, by far, well known throughout the console community, a man with pace. However, today, these boys have brought their A game with them. The race is on. Dave, Mr. Consistent. This is getting interesting. I am. New voice indeed. This is why I like this. It's kind of why I love these races. I'm not a commentator of that. There's no two ways about it. I will never deny it. It's not my strength. I am not known for corners. I don't even know how real commentators do it. You've got to have the knack for it to do it. But you know what? I have the passion. I love watching great, good, epic, phenomenal racing. And this is what we see right now. These mid-pack boys are bringing it to the plate, and I was kind of expecting this based on where they qualified. Dave going on the inside line. Does he have enough legroom for that Audi? Side-by-side jingles. I still think that Audi has got quick pace. Popcorn is going to defend hard. These two boys are going too wide. Oh, slight tap. Oh! Dave is off. Dave is off. Dave is off. That is a tough nut to crack. How accidental was that? Two boys going into that corner. Ooh, none of them wanted to give way. No one wanted to go, yes, take it, no, don't. At the end of the day, both lost. Dave lost numerous positions. He's now sitting way there at the back. That is not where he wanted to be. That old car spun out. See him there in the background. He's got his teammate now ballistic behind Popcorn. RTA capitalized on that incident. How unfortunate. Now we have Sarge trying to battle. Ooh, going in deep. I saw that. Ballistic noted it down. Still takes it back. Takes his line and moves forward. How things change. Two corners, two guards, side by side epic. I wish I could go into the replay view. Audi on the left, Chevy on the right, both going into I don't know, the S's, which I think was purely accidental. Width of cars, I don't know, but one tapped the other one spun around, the other one suffered. Popcorn lost the position. Diki is now ahead of the pack, and it seems like he is slowly creating a gap. Now let's go back. Let's see where we are. Dave sitting in 8th. Lost a tremendous amount of time, and now he's got to see if he can make it up. Again, clean track, clean racing, hoping everyone else would be in a position. If they lose time, momentum, whatever the case may be, I don't know. That's a hard nut to crack. And again, looking at the timescales where we know the delta itself, Diki is 12 seconds adrift from pace. And these boys are at a time of their own. Miles ahead of the back. There you see the back at the background, and these boys are still driving pace and skitty. This is all going to be about tactics, and I don't even know where do we sit with it. So let's see. Overall, 12 seconds. Any rain, none predicted at this moment. There is no wind, which is actually quite interesting. Sadly, based on experience and knowledge, no wind kind of indicates that there won't be realistically any change or anything of the note. From a tack temperature point, I do believe we started quite high. It seems to be decreasing, but I still don't see any wind. So I do doubt that we will see any rain on Pool A today. This is going to be a dry race for the majority of it. Let's see. We still have 1 hour to go. Anything can happen. Anything can change. Yeah, the boys were really enjoying all these battles. Okay, so not significant amount of changes on there. I think the only ones to battle and watch out now are these gentlemen sitting in here. I like finding battles. This is where it sits at the moment. Not far off. Ballistic now on the hunt. Down the straight. Will he make a move? Takes the inside line. Looks at it. No. Stays away. Being cautious. Whoa! Popcorn going down. Missed his braking marker. Oh my goodness. What has happened? 1-2 car misses braking points. Sarge capitalizes on everything. Now Ballistic has got 2 boys ahead of him instead of just the one. Oh my goodness. And he's still got Roman behind him with the Janetta. How that Janetta does this is epically great. I mean, fantastic. Heads down, thumbs down to the Robin with that car. Doesn't have the straight line space, but he is trying to stick to it. Boys, these battles are not over yet. Bitback boys are racing. DEP has created a gap, so he's been released. Now he's finding his comfort zone. Battles of the moment is between these 4 cars: Popcorn, Sarge, Ballistic, and Robin. Robin seems to be just hanging on there. Dave has closed down the gap again, so he was about 4 seconds away from Robin. He is slowly closing that gap lap by lap. Now that's gonna get interesting over the next few minutes, potentially 10 laps. Ooh, Listing making an error there, going wide. Robin capitalizing on that. Ooh, leaving space for Dave. Dave is back. Dave is back, boys. Dave is back. I can't believe I'm so excited. Like this is my excitement level to the max. Dave is back. Battle is on. He can see the boys ahead of him. Oh, someone off the track again. That is Robin. Oh, Robin made a mistake. Dave capitalized one more position. Hey, what a race, man. What a race. 129. Dave underscore ZA. The man that was trying to fight for podium got into a slight fender bender with Popcorn. Fairly confident that that was probably accidental. Not my position to review races here. That's up to the R&D boys. But Dave is fighting back, putting down the laps. He wants to get back into it. And then these boys tell me they want to drive. Look at how they drive. Phenomenal. 58 minutes. 15 minutes into the race and we have had so many changes. Unrealistic. That looked like a very wide sideways intervention. They've been 6 trying to catch up to these boys. He's now already gapped Robin, who is being chased down. I hate doing this. By Ballistic. So Robin and Ballistic are fighting each other. They in close proximity. Then we have Popcorn and Sarge. Oh, and we have here at the back as well. How can I forget the boys at the back? Boys at the back. Fireblade and his Janetta is slightly ahead of Mulgari. Hey, gotta give everyone screen time, man. There is minute battles everywhere on track. First to Skitty and Pace, then we have DKP in a place of his own, mid-pack somewhere there, going down the straight, no one in near contention to him. Close battle between Popcorn and Sarge. Dave trying to catch up where he lost with an incident, and then we have Robin and Ballistic fighting each other, and then Fireblade and Mulgari. How coincidental is that? 2x2x2x2. Very hard track to make moves though. You gotta make it count. You gotta plan it. Force the guy to make a mistake. Otherwise you need to have your straight line speed intact in order to make a pass. It's not gonna be very easy at any stage for anyone. I do want to try this track on a GT4 though, because look at that, this is so much fun. Got a lot of straights, a few corners here and there, so you can chill, relax, take it easy, make the corners count, take a breather, do a couple of corners, take another breather. Ooh, Gary going very deep there. These boys are definitely on each other still from lap 1. far ahead of where Tiki is, or was. 20 minutes into the race. Again, still a lot of sunshine. No real rain, which I still find unusual. The track's based in UK. I mean, it is summer though. It is summer. I haven't seen rain in a few days though, so this is what we could be seeing and experiencing all over. So, thoughts on that? What are these boys going to do? Where are their strategies? Where are they going to go? Have they fueled themselves to go as far as possible to maximum? You reckon we're going to get like halfway pit stops here there to see what happens? Oh, bit ugly exit there for pace. He's going to lose a lot of time, but then again, so does Kitty going wide out of that corner. Both of them trying to maximize their exit for this long straight. So back to strategies. Not sure what they're going to do. I would go for... Ooh, Skitty, very wide line there. Made a... I don't know. It's like missed his break point, break marker. Lost a bit of time. Now he needs to consolidate. Settle back, breathe in, takes a couple of breaths, because now pace is back on him again. Had that 1 second gap, but now that's all melted away in 1 or 2 corners, being too hard on himself. Pushing too hard. Are we gonna see a move here by Pace? Not yet. He is very close though. That is exceptionally close. If ever there was an opportunity, now it is. Not a man that makes many mistakes on his racing intervention. Pace using all of the width of the track to try and get as much speed as possible. Whoa, very close. Took a deep breath there. Skitty going deep in the corner. Pace don't want to make any mistake. Seen a few changes in the guides overall. I want to keep my eye out, yeah, because it looks like Davis dropped another position, so he's back into 7th. Robin seems to have passed him, probably a mistake made on track. TKP still driving on his own terms and conditions over there. Those two boys are very close to one another. They're still racing each other. Still a battle here. Dave dropped off a bit. Could be tired, could be damaged. Those Chevys are very sensitive, so you can't overdrive them. You shouldn't overdrive them. Kind of like a V8 with natural pace. It will give it to you once you treat it well. Now, some say it's the boat lead of the GT4s. I beg to differ, because it doesn't brake like a Bentley. It definitely turns like a Bentley, but it doesn't brake like one. boys are battling all over. I really don't know where to look and where to watch. Like pairs of two is definitely on the card. Like everywhere around every corner. Skitty base. Popcorn, Sarge, Robin, Dave, and then there's a gap in between here and there between the boys. Diki on its own, Mulgary on his own, he's dropped down quite a bit. Ballistic trying to stay pace with his teammate. So, let's look at the track, let's look at the details. At least the corner edge for this track is actually quite pronounceable, so thank goodness for that. This is where you would call bomb. What corner are we now at? This is Murray's. So this is down at Murray's and getting up to what they all... Dave, getting on the inside line. Definitely would have the pace compared to Robin. Well passed. Great respect shown there by these individuals, racing side by side. Nowhere to give or where not to give and take. Dave making up a position. Now. After collecting himself. Goes wide again. Robin says, no thank you, I shall take that back. Dave must be kicking himself. Double whammy. Side by side these boys go. This is what I love. Door to door racing on GT4. You can't get anywhere closer. Really loving this action. Where Dave goes. Tries to get as much straight line out of this. You can have a look, but he's not going to be close enough. Needs like another 50 or 100 meters, then yes, we'll definitely take it. He's very short on that corner. Heading into bomb hole. That's awful for Dutchman. I don't even want to pronounce that name more than twice, but I think I am. And then in Murray's down to Senna straight. Can he capitalize now? I mean, he was side by side with him the last round. Robin probably made a mistake. It seemed like he's gonna get there in time. At least that I don't know, that 10-20 meters extra. Well, I'm fairly confident at the end of the race these boys are gonna just complement each other. What an epic race it has been since the start. Yes, we had a fender bender, but you know what? I think that happens in some instances. Both of them were very brave going into that corner. The outcome of it was actually quite sad. Dave was running for the potential podium position. Knew he had the pace, would have probably gapped Popcorn. Maybe I'm making too much of an assumption, but I do believe he can or could have potentially do it, and then settled himself nicely. But then again, DKB was always there. Took a few chances, made one or two mistakes, fell behind, came back at it again. Now Tiki sits comfortably in third position. Front running boys are still battling hard. These boys are still fighting very hard. Ballistic trying to keep pace with him. Back on to Murray's, all the way down to center straight. Is Dave anywhere close? Nope. I think he had his chance. He lost it when he went drifting around the corner. He has the pace. All three of these boys running similar time frames. Look at where we sit on race statistics. 15 laps down the line. All boys are still running very, very hard. Skitty is still a bit of a gap. That gap between pace and DQ slightly going down though. To write home about. Dodge running the best race he has at this moment. From recollection, I think the last time he was here, he was at the back of the pack, had a bit of an accident, fender bender as well, tried to come back, and that was at Donington. Didn't really recover that race. Today he is on for show, doing as well as he could. That Audi, in my opinion, has good straight line speed. BMW as well, but I'm shockingly surprised at how quick this Audi is today. Did not expect that. So, who's winning? Hey Steven, how are you? Yeah, Diggy is the new undercover ACC alien. No! Not so sure. Not so sure. I reckon give him a few months to get used to the physics and all that. Yeah. And then it's gonna be tough. But I still feel top boys at this moment at Logistical Nightmare Racing is Skitty and Pace. And then of course in the other pool that we're not streaming, we have more than one pool. We still have the SOP boys over there. So SOP V5, he is phenomenally quick. You know what? In all fairness, I think there's a lot of quick aliens here. They all have got pace. Every single one of them. What you bring to the plate to the day. I see a bit of cloud cover. I'm starting to see a bit of wind. I'm not 100% sure if there's enough time for change of time. But I do know that when we start seeing wind on ACC, and we get a bit of cloud movement and a bit of cloud cover, we can probably get some rain, and then it's just gonna make everything super exciting. I hope I'm not wrong. I really hope I'm not wrong. Steven on the chat. You've seen him in practice. He learns quick. You know what, Steven? Stefan, Steven, Mr. Vessels. I can't argue on that one, man. I just, humbly known RTA DKP, well-known boy in the console community. Those who don't know him, where have you been? This is my question. So, I think I've missed a few things. I did. Popcorn. All the way down there. What happened? Oh my goodness. See what happens when I get distracted. I didn't see everything. I go look at times and tracks and winds and things like that, and all of a sudden popcorn is all the way at the back. Not a happy camper. And right behind him is Ballistic, but ahead of him is Dave. How has that changed so much? If anyone watched that on the stream, let me know, because I seriously missed out on whatever occurred here. my suspicion is that man made a mistake. Some corner, lost a lot of time. He's now stuck in between Dave and Ballistic. Two Chevys. Was running fourth very comfortably. Now in fourth place is the BMW. Robin is in first. Dave in sixth. Popcorn seven from his initial fourth place. Ballistic in eighth. Fireplate in ninth. Mal Gary in the pits. I've missed quite a lot. Oh, so you did spin, just as I said, the audio is really quick. Oh, that's just a bummer. Commentators curse. Commentators curse. Nonetheless, see if he can come back. I am, however, very surprised about the genetics. These genetics were not my top 5 picks. For sure, not for today, not at all, not based on the track, not based on the conditions. Janeta's don't really have the straight line speed, but epically great cars for corners. So for any track for the corner, the Janeta is your go-to car. For anything with a straight line speed, to be honest, it's hard for me to call. A personal opinion, personal view, but probably BM Chevy, although I am very surprised on the performance from the Mercedes at this stage. It is really doing very, very well. And surprisingly, the Audi is sitting with it side by side. These guys have been going at it since the beginning of the race. 40 minutes left. Still no weather signs of rain. Merck leading it by less than a second, and it has been like that since we started. Halfway through the race, have to admit, Merck sounds bloody good. I'm even bumping up my volume just to sit and listen to that. Face, giving a flash there. Sun shining on his clear windows. He hasn't worked hard enough to make it count. Does seem like he wants to take it as far as he can. I would say at some point these boys have to go to figure out how do they pass it. Would an undercut work? Is it all about who has the most fuel? Did they both fuel until the end? And all they're waiting for is whoever puts first. Again, mandatory requirements here by us. All about one tire change. Fuel, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you fuel, you can fill all the way to the end. You can fill when you go for your pit stop. That decision is up to you. Tire change is, however, needed, and it kind of is there just to bring all the packs closer together. Otherwise, it's just a runaway race. Robin in the pits. So, first Janeta kicking it off. Mulcahy went into the pits way earlier than what we expected. Time for Robin. Is that fuel related? Probably. Somehow I have a feeling that it's not going to change. Weather-wise, doesn't seem like it's going to change. I do see the wind picking up. So, we have a higher wind point at this moment. Started off with 0. There is a bit of a wind. Is it enough for it to bring a bit of wetness, cloudness, rain into effect? Not so sure. Still partly cloudy. Mr. Striker, the man, the legend, good old friend. How you doing, man? Long time no see. Most of the boys are fairly spread out, in all fairness. Closest guys to view is Ace and Skitty. So yeah, good question is, Dragon. Janeta's not bad. So from a GT4 ACC standpoint of view, many people do like the Janeta. Most of them favor the Porsche. So apparently the Porsche is the optimal car for GT4s. Nothing wrong with the Janeta. It's actually quite a fun car to drive. But in all fairness, I've heard many rumors across many platforms of community whereby they've indicated that coming from a straight line speed, it's slightly slow. So Robin did his absolute best at the beginning of the race, trying to stick up with the front guys that had a lot of pace. And when I say front guys, I'm predominantly just going the Merc, the BM, and the Chevy. But surprisingly, it's been doing far better than I have expected, and of course the rumors. So, and it's the same thing with the Audi today. For some other weird reason, I would have never expected the Audi to be this quick. I've never heard that the Audi is this quick. Again, GT4s don't really have that much to change from a configuration point of view, and there's only so many things you can adjust in this car. I mean, I think the Audi only has got 2 traction control settings and 1 ABS setting. It's either on or off, one of the two. So it makes it a tough car to drive. But from a speed and space point of view, didn't expect it to be this good, man. But then again, it is in the hands of a good driver, so couldn't expect less of it either way. These 2 front runner boys have been smashing it since the beginning. They did phenomenal qualifying laps. They out-qualified most of the guys by half a second. So clearly the pace was between these boys. The conclusion of a race is going to be between these 2 individuals, unless one of them makes a mistake. Diki, as we all know, and I've spoken about Diki most of the time over the race, he is phenomenally quick on any platform, whichever he races with. He learns physics way quicker than us old folks, so I'm expecting him to give a bit of a nudge in the race. Whether it will have an impact with these 2 boys running so far ahead of him, I doubt it. But give it a couple of races and it's going to be interesting for sure. Mid-back to me was phenomenal at the beginning. They slightly drifted apart from each other. It's going to be good. If you're gonna kick off with ACC on GT4s, I would probably say start off with Porsche and Janeta. They are the easiest cars to get a hang on. Porsche is still a Porsche. It has that front end that feels very airy, but if you get the settings right and understand how it works, it's fairly good apparently. Janeta feels more planted to me. But that's probably just my personal preference. So where we're sitting at from a pit stop point of view, Sarge is in the pit, Fireblade is in the pit again. That's a bit unusual. Not 100% sure why he's back in it again. Probably made a mistake somewhere with his setting. But in all fairness, when Sarge comes out, again, I do expect him to come ahead of most of the back boys, based on track position and so forth. Didn't see him drop that far behind. But then, by then, half of the pack has put it. Sunshine again. This doesn't seem like we're gonna have any rain today. So, slap on the hand. Things have changed. How strange and unusual is this? Complete dry race it seems for these boys. I feel sorry for the poor event admins. They are going to cry at me going, why, Larry, why? Go to the ACC settings. Algorithms has done what it did. Okay, so Sergeant needs BMW is out. Fireblade is 2 laps down. He is not having a good race. He went back into the pit. Good to see him back out on track again. Probably made a mistake. I mean, just look at it. That looks nice. Just wish it had more speed. Okay, Dicky in the pits. So top 3 boys are starting to come in now. They've realized that we are about 30 minutes away. Doesn't seem like there is any headwind or notion of rain. Dave smacking his pit lane entry as well. I can't remember where Dave sat, but it will be interesting to see where he comes out. Dicky heading out of the pits. Sarge miles away from him, so Dicky is still safe. Cheers, Mr. Striker. Happy to see you again, man. All the regards. Hope to see you soon on the track, man. Don't be a shy man. So, where do we stand? Diggy in 4th, Popcorn, Pace, and Skitty. The 3 individuals that hasn't put it yet. Dave also in the pits, but it does seem like he's coming out. Oh, pit lane exit for a reason. Dave seemed to have. How did Dave do that? Pace is in the pits. I see this is where it's going to get interesting. Now I'm going to keep an eye out on here because Dave seemed to have leapfrogged Sarge. And Sarge was ahead of him. So Sarge struggled with his pit stop. Did he make a mistake? Why did he find behind? Also behind. Sorry. Curious to know what would have happened there. Did he miss his pit stop? Did he mess it up? Did he go in too slow? Oh, there's so many methods of madness here. Madness. My head is running around like it's no shame, bother, whatever. Okay. Nonetheless, Dave has made up a position. Pace is coming out of the pits. Now he has dropped down to 3rd place. Hopefully he comes out in clean air. Looks like it. No one in any proximity to him. Tiki is right there behind him. You can see him at the back end of it. Still a few seconds behind. Deltas will be adjusted soon. Again, this is ACC. It takes a little while for everything to go wild. I do want to have a look and see what's going to do. What is Kitty going to do? Because he's got some traffic ahead of him. Now he doesn't want to lose time. He doesn't want to lose momentum. Eleanor Pace has put it. It's all about that outlap, in-lap kind of thing. So don't lose time. These boys were within margins of a second to each other, and this is where it's going to get it. Pace in, Skitty in the pit. Pace out. Tires will be cold. These tires will be cold. Gotta make it count. Gotta make it count. This is where the money is. Will an undercut make it count? That's the question. Can Skitty put down a good pit stop? Stop it where you need to be. Don't lose time, don't lose momentum. So far, so good. Race looks intact. I am going to sit right here because I really, really want to watch this. One more last turn at Murray's. And it's down the straight. Haven't seen Skitty move. Mason's going to keep an eye. Skitty is moving. Ah, that looks like Skitty there. Is that Skitty? Unrealistic. 4 seconds of a gap. Oh my goodness. Got it. Absolutely got it. I bet you that is not what Pace expected when he came down the straight. He was probably wishing that Skitty cocked it up, messed up his pit stop. But, in all fairness, it looks like Skitty did one immaculate pit there. Like, gaining 3 seconds, coming out of it. Unbelievable. Look at that gap. That is 2 corners, if not more. Can't even see Skitty from a helicam view. Far, far away by the bridge. Skitty is braking already, heading into the S's. Now, this is where Pace can make up time. His tires will be a lot warmer and much more prepared than Skitty. But it doesn't look like Skitty lost any momentum coming out of there. Popcorn in the pits. Skitty back to race leader. Pace 157.7. Dicky 157.9. These boys are quick tonight. Quick. Okay, let's go back to the grid map. See where I can find some good battles, something to watch. Myself entertained so that I don't fall asleep. Popcorn right there. Dave coming down the straight. Will Dave take that position? Does sound like it. 4th place for Dave. Sarge not far behind him. Robin also there. Ooh, this is gonna be close. This is where it gaps. This is where it needs to happen. Robin needs to make a move. Has the better tires. Tires are far warmed up than what that Audi is. There we go. Inside line. Takes the position. Audi out the way. Warm versus cold tires. Under pressure. That is what it means. Capitalize on the other one's weakness is what I would call it. Take advantage where you can. Now he needs to create and maintain that gap, keeping going forward, keep that Audi adrift. That's gonna be hard, because I reckon from what I've seen, that Audi on a straight has pace. Still quick. 20 minutes to go. No real change in weather. Sunny as hell. Robin Dowen, overall 6. Popcorn, not far from him. Dave in top 4, top 5. He is ahead of Sarge. Don't think he's gonna catch Diki at any given point. Diki trying to catch up to the guys in front of him. Bass and Skitty fighting it out. Closest battle on track as far as I can see are these two individuals. So, but I admit, 75 minutes of streaming, this is keeping me busy. Alright, so where we are. Popcorn, back up to speed. This is not over until it's over. Get that Audi, closing the gap on that straight. That Audi is phenomenally quick. Right ahead of Robin. Close contention. I don't know about you boys. I reckon at some other point that Audi is gonna make a move. I think it's got the pace. Robin driving the daylight out of that Janetta. Doing a spectacular job. Oh, going wide into the corner. Missed his braking point. That's gonna compromise him. That's gonna leave space. That's gonna allow that Audi to take that position back. What a mistake. Commentators goes again. Can't believe it. Twice. This time in favor of the Audi. Last time it was not in favor of him. Unbelievable. Popcorn capitalizing on a mistake from Robin. Okay, so let's see where these individuals are. What? I missed that. No. Have you ever? Pace is leading. Guys, where is my stream announcer here? I no, again, something I've missed. Speechless of note. Eleanor Pace, new leader, missed it when whatever happened. I somehow suspect Skitty made a mistake and lost his car because 5 seconds adrift is probably not a gap you can create over time. But at this moment, he is being hunted down by Tiki. So here's the question: do we see damage? Do we see any strangeness on his car? I mean, what has happened for him to lose that amount of time? Is he going to nurse the car back home, or is it just... New race leader, Eleanor Pace from Skitty, who was leading the race from the beginning since the sands of time. Most likely made a mistake at some point. Now he's being chased down by his fellow teammate, sitting in third, Dave in fourth, Sergeant fifth, Popcorn sixth, Robin in seventh. You got Ballistic, Hot Gary, and then Fireblade. They're still there, on track, still running. Again, while I've missed out on all the actions, for everyone watching the stream, I'm just going to take a few moments to go big thanks to all our sponsors and event people. Thank you all for your support and things like that. Oof. Now looking at the stream itself, I can see this chat being quite annoying though. I mean, kind of want it to be there, but you don't want it to be that much there, do we? There we go. I do need to see something if I can change the fonts a bit, because that looks too small in my humble opinion. A couple of tweaks I need to do from a streaming point of view. I'll probably have to deal with that. At a later stage, I guess. So, back to the stream. Skitty lost a lot of time. He is being hunted down by Tiki, so something is wrong. Tiki just took out 1 second away from Skitty there. Pace is leading the pack by far, so Tiki seems to be on pace. He is hunting down his teammate. Within a few minutes, that will be side-by-side action. Is it enough though? Is there enough time for that? Will they go side by side? Or will they just take it as it is, take as much points home as a team to get onto that log? Again, this is all about team versus team, boys. Yes, we want to see the fastest boys on track. Yes, we want to see epic racing. But at the same time, we want to see how good teams unite together to win the series. This is not individualism. We've never done individual racing except for our GT Sports series now. But in all fairness, we do love and enjoy the team versus team. Now, to me, that left-hand Merc wheel looks broken. However, I'm fairly sure that's a stream thing. There's no possible means that car can drive with a condition like that, so gotta be something wrong with the stream. And again, Skitty seems to be a bit back on pace again. He's clawing his way back to the Audi ahead of him, knowingly know that RTA is also catching up. So the delta between all three of these boys are closing down, getting less and less lap by lap again. Like I said, potential mistake that Skitty maybe have made at some other point. He has now gotten back to his own momentum. Yes, his Merc wheel looks exactly the same as Tiki's, so it's got to be a stream thing, it's got to be a game thing, ACC glitch. Nonetheless, focus on the racing. These boys are trying to hunt each other down. Sarge looks fairly comfortable to where he is in 5th position with Dave ahead of him. Good and big comfortable gap between him and position 6. Robin is in 7th, Ballistic is in 8th with fellow teammate of Eleanor Dave. Mulgary, fellow teammate of Sarge, in 9th though. Ran a good race, still racing good, not giving up. That is phenomenally well deserved. And then of course Fireblade sitting way down the order, and I do believe he had some of the self-inflicted incident, because I recall seeing this man going into the pits twice, which was very unusual to see in the first place. Mandatory pit stop needed is only one, so no need for more than one. But something must have occurred. Keeping an eye on the action, 10 minutes to go, Waze running as quickly as he can. Based on the delta, he is being chased down by Skitty, who I assume made a mistake. He was leading, I would say 75% of the race, and has now found himself in 2nd place. Working hard to decrease that gap. Whether it's easy to, how did they say? They say it's much easier to catch someone during the race than to pass it. So even though he might get onto his bumper, will he be in a position to make a gap and create the move and retake the position he lost? Okay, gap still there. This one's getting close. Is it close enough? Probably not. I think somewhere, I believe these guys are settling in to finish the race as best they can. Sadly, this was an all dry race. Thankfully, we had 10 cars that started up and 10 cars that finished. So that's a good show for the day. I'm loving it when all that pitches up for a race can finish a race, and that's always good to see. Once again, taking a moment to say thanks to all the sponsors at Logistical Nightmare. If you want to get hold of us, if you want to come and race, feel free to join. I mean, we kind of in partnership and working along with all other sim racing communities in South Africa. We don't facilitate races every single night. We'll work together as a conjunction of bodies to help each other, but also at the same time create differences. And share knowledge. Nonetheless, where was I? Thanks to all the sponsors, we have Twins Motorsport, Sky Coffee Co., Steakhouse Red, and then of course, as everyone have noted, we are Grid Finder approved. Feel free to go check out all the other leagues, events, and all that on www.gridfinder.com. Plenty of things going on there, different vast amount of communities, not just console but PC at the same time. If you want to know more about Logistical Nightmares, feel free. You can find us on Discord or our website www.logistical-nightmare.com. Also locate us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm actively trying to create as much events as we can for sim racing enthusiasts. So doing the best we can for all that wants to sim race, and we do try and stream everything we can on a regular basis. Kind of fun. This is my new Wednesday thing. So next week for a TvT on ACC.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Paul Ricard GT3 next week, same time, same place. We'll kick it off at 8 p.m. South Africa local time, GMT +2, GT3s, and we'll potentially stream the other pools, so that's gonna be good fun to watch. A few new guys here and there, some of them we haven't seen of yet, but then again, all the teams that we've noted tonight, there's quite a bit of them. We'll see them next week in their GT3 cars on Paul Ricard. One of my favorite tracks. Love the track. Man, it's very demanding. It does dish out a lot of drive-through penalties, so let's see who can master that next week. Again, same time, same place. That's going to be good to watch. From a racing standpoint of view, I do think that these guys have kind of settled it in where they are. They're not really going to focus that much to challenge one another. Skitty dropped a bit off pace there as well. That could be because Pace realized that he is being hunted down. Dived into some Sky Coffee for the Pace boys, and then he's now created a wider gap. Ooh, Digi going very deep in there, missed his braking marker, that's for sure. Lots of action occurred at the beginning of the race, and it was phenomenally great to watch. These boys were going side by side, left to right, doing as much as they can to take positions and gain momentum. A bit of argy-bargy here and there, accidental mistakes, it can happen. This is racing, this is where we are, but nonetheless the guys have settled in nicely. Fourth spot, it does seem like Dave is going to take that position. Sarge in fifth, potentially Popcorn in fifth, Robin in seventh. Ooh, that is Mulcahy on the sideline. Getting back on track again, safely returning to where he was. Didn't lose much there, so good thing for him. Looking at these boys, there we are. So, did start off at the beginning. I kind of hinted it was going to be difficult to try and find a overall winning at the beginning of the race. Looking at the boys like Eleanor Pace and Skitty won. Tough nut to crack. I really struggled to pick a winner there. Surprisingly good to see Mr. RTA DKP on track. That man does have phenomenal pace in GT Sport. So a growing legend yet to be seen again. And then from the rest of the race back, they all seem to have enjoyed it thoroughly well on a track, Snetterton, which I haven't done in a GT4. It looked like a lot of fun, so I hope at some other point in some other community I do race at, ooh, snapping there by Sarge, someone will put Snetterton on the track on GT4s. We're gonna have some fun. GT4 racing is great fun. Looking at the leader, this is probably the final lap. As it may, I don't realistically see that they'll do another lap. No, timer is out. Final lap by the race leader. He is on to the last few corners, it seems. No, misjudged it. I see 2 points. Coming down the final straights, almost at the last few corners. Then you got the 2 famous ones left. Which is Bomb Hole, followed by Murray, and then coming down the center straight. Good race by Eleanor Base. Oh my word, that's poetic. Fantastic drive. He is going to take the checkered flag, coming in first place, taking the victory off by storm. Well done to Eleanor Base. Skitty not far behind him. DKP in third place. They are your 3 podium winners. Right there behind, that looks to be Mulgary coming in 10th. Don't know if there's anyone else beforehand. No, it doesn't seem that way. Up to these boys to finish it up, coming down to the Murray's corner. Dave in 4th, it seems, unless he really snaps it up on the last corner. It doesn't seem like it. Well controlled. 4th place for Dave. Brilliant drive from him. Sarge in 5th with the BMW. Popcorn coming in 6th. Started the race well. Kept the boys adrift. Then Robin Tobin, fastest Janetta we have on track. Coming in 7th, and then in 8th position, last but not least, Ballistic. Epic drive by the winners. Look at these boys. Top 3 on notch. What a drive. Fantastic. If ever I had to say it, this was a good drive by these Oaks. Man, I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. I seriously enjoyed streaming that. I might not be the streaming legend and so forth, but this was good fun. I thank all and each and every one of you for joining, for commentating, for just saying hi. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. We will catch you next week, same time, same place, 8 o'clock PM South African time sharp. GT3s on whole regard. You have a good evening, good night, God bless. See you later.